All right, good evening, everyone. I welcome every single one of you to this session, and let's get started on the go. Right with you here is Dr. Umar Ahmed, that's my name, and I'm actually a retired veterinary surgeon by profession, and also one of the leaders of this noble project and this organization, C2NFG. And I know a couple of you will be wondering, retired? Do you mean retired at this very young age? The answer is yes. All right, but let's get started. Of course, that should give you an idea. Now, what would make a doctor retire at an age in his 30s, of course, should be something serious. All right, in order for us to really appreciate the essence of why we're here, first of all, if you're just joining us, let's hit this way. If you're just joining this session for the first time and you're unable to access the audio, for those of you that can access the audio, kindly just indicate on the chat box for those of us, for those new Zoom users who might not be able to access the audio, just direct them. And if you're joining us also for the first time, just go on the chat box, just identify yourself, write down your full name. I see some of you already doing that. Write down your full name, your reservation code, and your state of location so that we can confirm your attendance. All right, I welcome every single one of you. And I'm up to tell you that the reason why you're here is going to be utmostly justified. All right. And I implore you to pay absolute attention, because what you're about to witness is something that has not just transformed me as an individual, all right, but has given me an amazing platform, an amazing opportunity to touch so many lives, all right? So I welcome every single one of you, all right, just for you to understand how important this session is. I'll start with a short story, and this story is personal, all right? When I was growing as a young boy, a much younger man, guess what? Being the only the only son of my father, and though coming from a not too have background, a poor background as you call it, all right, but I realized my dad wanted me to be very rich. He understood the importance of money, obviously, and he wanted me to be very successful. Well, he did everything he could, sent me to school, and I was well programmed that I needed to become a doctor. The belief was, once I become a doctor, the family can become very, very successful, especially financially. And that was the mindset. You know, I had lots of privileges, just like maybe an average upbringing child could have. Maybe not everybody, but I had lots of privileges. In fact, let me tell you how privileged I was. You can imagine at the age of 21, 22 or thereabout, I was already married. I was so privileged with the support of my dad. And I see some of you laughing. In fact, let me shock you the more. You can laugh more when I tell you that even when I was 27 or thereabout, I already had about 5 children. And you can imagine it was like I was ahead of my peers. Why are you laughing? Why are some of you laughing? 5 children at the age of 27. Is it funny? Of course it's not, all right? But stay in, understand the story. Now, the idea was this. I was building a huge family, all right, at a very, very young age. And something happened along the line. When I needed my dad the most, when I needed my backbone the most, I lost him. He died of cancer. And that was, you know, a pathetic one for me, because this was me who was being, you know, supported through life. But now I need to take, you know, carry my own bucket of water. And that taught me how to value every single drop. I did everything within my capacity. And by the grace of God, I was able to eventually graduate to become a veterinary doctor. And the pressure was on me. The hope was, once I become a doctor, everything is okay. But I got the biggest shock of my life when I eventually graduated and I was working. Here am I working on what you could call a good job on a salary of over 100,000 plus. But the problem was this: it wasn't sufficient to take care of the huge responsibilities, talking about my immediate family, my wife, my children, my siblings, my mom, extended family. Over 100,000 now was just not enough to foot those bills. So obviously I was behind my bills, and that became a terrible one for me. It's like, you know, things were going down, and it was very, very tough for me. And it was a state of desperation for me, because I knew I had to succeed, not just for myself, but at least to, you know, really help a lot of people around me find their way. And that was, you know, a state of desperation for me. And thank God, because I was also very prayerful. In that state of quiet desperation, 3 years ago, what you're about to witness, or what I got access to, a friend of mine, and may God continue to bless him, you know, someone gave me an opportunity, you know, an invitation. I was invited by the organization And I was privileged to meet with some of the consultants, some of the leaders of the organization who, mentored me, gave me access to their structure. And I think today the rest is history. I won't say I'm where I am. I think the big joy for me is this. This has not only put me in a position where I've become very, very successful to a good extent financially with all sense of humility, but it has given me that amazing opportunity, like I said, to help lots of people around me. And if you're here listening to me, I can only implore you to pay adequate attention. All right, pay adequate attention. If you have writing materials, please, you need them handy. Take down anything that you find valuable from me. All right. And if you don't have writing materials, you can easily lay your hands on one. Do it as fast as you can because you're starting right away. And if it's going to be a major distraction to get writing materials, then what you do is you just focus, get as much as you can, all right, so that you can what? Benefit hugely from this. Minimize any distraction or possibly totally avoid any distraction, all right, so that you can get the best out of this. Now the question, I'm going to be sharing my screen, stay in there, all right, and pay close attention and benefit heavily from this. All right, let's get straight down to the business of the day. All right, I'm going to be sharing my screen so that you can, get more understanding and more insight. All right, please just confirm in the chat box if you can see my screen being shared. Just write yes. Let me be sure you can see the screen being shared. Just write yes in the chat box, and I can be sure that you can see me and you can see my screen. Please, I need some yeses on the chat box so that I can be sure. Okay, good. Okay, I think those yeses are coming in. So let's hit the ball rolling. All right. Now, this is Century 21 Freedom Group International. For those of you who might need more information after this session, labuenavidaproject.com is one of our websites to visit to get more insight on one of our mother projects. All right. But the question is, who are we as an organization? Century 21 Freedom Group. May I also mention this just before I move on, that at the end of this session, and this is why you must pay close attention, for those of you that will pay adequate attention, who will not be distracted, all right, and you're going to get this information as much as possible, all right, at the end of this exposure, there are going to be some persons who will receive a special advantage, a special promo advantage, and this is huge from the organization, and it's worth more than $500,000 naira, more than 500,000 naira. All right. And I think this is a good reason why you should pay attention. Okay. All right. So let's move on. And the question is, who are we? All right. Who are we? We are Century 21 Freedom Group International. That's the name of our organization. And the organization is a non-governmental initiative. All right. A non-governmental initiative with a system, structure, and support to help our partners achieve our common goal. All right, that's the essence of our organization. Now, what are our common goals? Our common goals is this: for anybody who is able to catch the vision and understand what we do and get the privilege from our organization, the common goal is to help our partners achieve financial freedom, time freedom, and health freedom. All right, and that is our common goal. That's the essence of what we do. All right, and our vision as an organization is pay close attention so that you can understand the essence of what we do. Our vision as an organization is to raise a financially free people that will help to raise other financially free people. And we have a short-term vision that hopefully by the year 2024, all right, we should have been able to raise, we'll be raising by the grace of God, up to 50,000 individuals who are multi-millionaires using our system, structure, and support. And what is the essence of what we're doing? The simple essence, you see, as at the moment, as at last year, 2021, we're already done about 2,000 persons successfully who are multi-millionaires, but the target is 50,000. So what does that tell you? It tells you that we have quite a long way to go, right? That is it. And what is the essence of this pursuit? What's the essence of this vision? The essence is to create a family of financially successful people, a family of millionaires who will use their finances collectively to affect the world positively. All right, so stay in there and understand the essence of what we do. See, this is more critical and more important at this time because when you look at what is happening in the country, you don't need to tell a blind man that the rain is falling because of how things, especially economically, how tough things have been and how things are even till now. All right, it has gotten a lot of people to start asking questions like this. Most people have been asking what is happening in the world. It's like that the world is about to end. All right. In fact, for the grassroots, man, you see so many people losing jobs. for the average man, it's just a thing of survival. They're not asking for much. How do I survive all these things happening? All right, time to time, we always see this loan has become a norm. See the country taking loans and all that. Like giving just some over a year back, the government borrowed over 1.2 trillion. And because of these projections are that many more Nigerians will lose jobs, tougher times ahead. When you look at the headlines, you're not seeing news that are palatable. 428, these are the kind of headlines you see. And it gets you wondering, where are we heading? 428 federal ministries, departments and agencies can't pay salaries. You can imagine that, can't pay salaries. And that's really, that's really sad, right? And you get to wondering, I mean, what is happening, right? And that is it. So these are kind of headlines you see, and it's a thing of worry. A lot of people are working, and while you're working, most times you see the idea is, okay, hoping that one day I'm going to get access to what? To pension. And this is the same pension the government has gone ahead to start borrowing from, right? Borrowing from the pension funds. Federal government borrowed over 6 trillion out of the 8 trillion. We already have enough people who cannot even access their pensions, even as we speak. So what does this tell you? It tells you that even in the future, no wonder someone said, if you live and work in Nigeria, simply make assured plans for when you are retiring, because nobody is assuring you anything. All right, there are lots of people who will never see their pension, and it's no longer news, right? So it's so unfortunate. When the pandemic came, lots of thousands of teachers were losing jobs. Several months they were at home. So it's so unfortunate, right? People losing jobs from different sectors, the banking sector, even the oil sector, all right? And when I saw this is where it gave me a need to start creating awareness. You see, federal government may have to cut down salaries to reduce cost of governance, all right? So what does this mean? Cutting down salaries. And this is where it gives you the big shock when the number one man of the country at some point in time came out to make it clear. And this is with all sense of honesty to say, look, if I listen to him, I think it's best heard from the horse's mouth. Listen to this. This is the number one man of the country saying this, and this calls for great concern, right? This is it. Listen very well and understand it.
And very importantly, let us speak to the youth, that the federal government has no more vacancy. Virtually every department is filled. The same thing in the states, the same thing in local governments. So you can have a good degree from a good university, and you will never get a job.
You can hear that? That's from the horse's mouth, right? Said you can have a good degree from a good university, but that doesn't guarantee that you're going to get a job. It's obvious. And it's all sense of what? Of honesty. That's the situation. It's so unfortunate and so pitiable as the situation we find ourselves. All right. And guess what? This is not just peculiar to this country. You check it very well globally. Guess what? When the pandemic hit, millions of people applying for unemployment benefits, even in the almighty, in quote, first world countries like the United States of America, right? All within 2 weeks. And why are these things happening? It's simple. As much as we try to put in sentiment, the truth is this: our economy has changed. And it's so unfortunate that a lot of people are not aware that things are no longer the way they used to be. A lot of people are still trying to put in square pegs in cycle holes, or as the case may be. And that's so unfortunate, all right? Just like Abby Toffler said. Now pay attention and follow me, please, so that you can understand and appreciate this. He said that the illiterate of the 21st century will not be people who cannot read or write, but people who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. All right. And guess what? This is just also in line with what, and this is so unfortunate. And when you look at it very well, it means it just simply tells you that a lot of people, we can have a lot of people which you can, in quote, call educated illiterate. We have so many, we see the general thing, the status quo and understanding is, okay, if I want to get a good life, if I want to have a good lifestyle, if I can just get a good degree, my life is settled. That used to be then. It's no longer like it used to be. It's no longer as lucrative as it used to be. A lot of people want to get wealthy, but what they are doing is nowhere close to taking them to what? To achieving their dreams. Just like in line with what one of my mentors on book, I study his book a lot, he said something, that's Robert Kiyosaki. He said that the real reason why most people struggle financially is simply because one of the things they learn first is to work hard for their money without understanding the principles and seasons of wealth creation. You can imagine that. All right. So what does this tell you? It tells you that wealth creation is by understanding. Is by understanding. If really hard work alone is what makes you wealthy, trust me, the richest people will probably be those who break stones and who do the tedious job. But that's not the case. Wealth creation is by understanding. Somebody follow me closely and understand this, because this was an information I caught, and within 3 years, and I tell people who are around me understand it. I said, without sense of humility, hard work has made me achieve some feat, but guess what? What understanding has put me in 3 years through this vision. Without sense of humility, if I was to remain even a doctor working hard as I was working when I was still a doctor, trust me, I don't see myself achieving such even in the next 100 years. All right. And that is how powerful understanding can be. Right. So wealth creation is by understanding. All right. So understanding two important factors. Number one, the principle of wealth creation. And secondly, and very importantly, is understanding season and time. And that is it. So we're going to start with the first. These are the two essence. I'm going to be breaking these 2 points down, and then I'll communicate the vision, show you exactly how you can position yourself and take full advantage of the opportunity before you. So Robert Kiyosaki is saying people struggle because they don't understand the principle of wealth creation. In one of his books, he gave the principles of wealth creation, and the first principle, and very crucial for wealth creation, is decision making. Lots of people are poor today. They are struggling financially today. And I used to be a victim of this. And that is how pitiable it can be. Right? Decision making. And guess what happens? A lot of people are struggling today, not because of anything, just because of what we call procrastination. You see, I always tell people you can make a decision on anything, but the consequence of that decision is not in your control. And that is it. And that is why I tell people procrastination is a thief of time. Indecision is a decision itself. A person sees an opportunity that is supposed to be life transforming and make you great, but because of making a decision to take that opportunity, they end up procrastinating. At the end of the day, they miss it. They continue to miss opportunities. No wonder someone said the meaning of poor, P-O-O-R, simply means passing over opportunities repeatedly. All right. And this usually stems from what? Inability to what? To make good decisions and make quick decisions. All right. And that is it. And there are 3 things most times that make people lose opportunities when it comes to decision. This is an opportunity before you to make you successful. Sometimes you hear things like, okay, let me just think about it, give me some time, let me pray over it. You see, these things are all good, but trust me, or let me make an inquiry. Who are you inquiring from? So decision making is key, making timely decisions so that you don't lose opportunities. The second principle he gave is cut down your liabilities. Liabilities is anything that take away money from you. A lot of people want to approach lifestyles they are not capable of. They involve liability. Some people say, oh, I want to, so many things people incur, and that's why they can't get wealthy. All right. Anything that takes away money from you, all right, acquire an asset, things that put money into your account, things that increases you financially, that gives you drip of money, all right, acquire as many as possible of them. These are basic principles, but unfortunately, just as easy as it can be presented, but not everybody is able to work, take advantage or abide by this simple principle. But let me give you the most critical and the most important principle when it comes to creating wealth. All right, that is it. Now, may I make us understand this? If your liabilities are bigger than your assets, the things that take away money from you are more than the things that brings in money to you, it doesn't matter how much you make. Poverty still remains, period. All right, but the most critical principle when it comes to wealth creation is the power of leverage. Like he said, leverage through a system. And that is for every wealthy man you see on the surface of the earth existing. Somebody pay close attention and understand this game. I was never taught, I didn't get the privilege to learn this even from school. Guess what? After graduating and struggling for a couple of while, guess what? I was able to understand these basic principles. And this has put me at an advantage within a relatively shorter period of time. All right. Not because I'm so smart, but just because of basic understanding. All right. Now, what is leverage? Leverage, simply put in a layman understanding, is a means in which you get so many things done. In fact, we can talk about those little money you can make from so many persons, whether you know them, whether you don't know them. This is leverage. This is the reason why you won't be surprised. You can see some beggars today who are even richer than some people who are what? Who are even working class. All right. Now, what is the idea behind that? They can get so much money from so many persons. All right. But they don't have a system. That's why, forget about wealth building. They could make some money. But if you want to create real sustainable wealth, then you must have a system. What is a system? What is a system? Now, talking about leverage, a lot of people who leverage with system. What is a system? A system is something you build, all right? You put in your time, you put in your energy, put in your money and resources, you build it to an extent, and guess what? Even when you remove your time, your money, your energy, and everything, guess what? It continues to pay you, it continues to give you income, even when you've removed all those resources you put in, right? Whether you are there, whether you are absent or present, whether you are dead or alive, it can auto-run itself, it can move on its own, all right? An example of a person that leverages through a system, we have so many of people who do that, the likes of the owner of Glow, for example, Mike Adenuga, all right? Each time you recharge, he doesn't have to be there, right? He doesn't have to be there, but he can make a lot of money, all right? Because he has built a system called what? Glow. We'll come back to this more as I'm about to drop the gun, all right? But let's move on to the second what? Aspect of understanding that makes success effortless and that makes wealth creation possible. The second point Robert Kiyosaki gave, he says, understanding season and time. And I encourage everybody here listening to me, pay undiluted attention to the season and time of wealth creation so that you can understand the game. You see, most of the wealthy people you see, it's not like a thing of magic or ritual. It's just for many of them, it's a matter of understanding. And that is it. And I'm here to break it so that you can understand it. Because once in every decade, once in every new revolution, you must see something new coming up. And it is only people that understand this that what? That will always take advantage and become the most successful people of that era. And that is why when you look at the season and times of wealth creation, in fact, somebody, let me be sure somebody can hear me. Can you go on the chat box if you can see and you can hear me? Because I want you to get this information, all right, in its pristine essence. In fact, just write yes on the chat box if you can hear me. If you are with me, you're following me, and you're flowing with me. May I see you write yes on the chat box? All right, good. Just write yes on the chat box. Let me be sure someone is following. Good. I'm glad you are following. But pay attention to the seasons of wealth creation and understand that this game is simple. Just master the game, and trust me, wealth creation is possible. You can actually become what? Wealthy. It's no magic. All right. Now let's get the ball rolling. When it comes to seasons of wealth creation, since the world inception, it has never been constant. It has been revolution to revolution, economic revolutions. Even before the Industrial Revolution, as at the 1700s, it was the agricultural revolution. What was in vogue then was simple. If you want to be successful, just go to what? Have your farm. It was the peasant farming. So as much land you can cultivate, the richer you are. Period. That was what was in vogue as far back the 1700s. I'm not the one that designed this. Trust me, you can see this when you go on YouTube, go on, name it, you can see this information, just that sometimes you don't look for it, right? Guess what? But as time continued, so in the agricultural revolution, it was only normal to see a lot of people, for them to be successful, it's only normal for you to what? Have a huge workforce. You can have as many wives as possible, have so many children, because you need to deploy them. The more people you can deploy into farming, the richer you are. But as things continue to move, the world moved into the Industrial Revolution. And in the Industrial Revolution, the game changed. Because why? It's not just about the peasant farming. There's mechanization. There's technological advancement. But in the midst of this, guess what? There became a need for skilled manpower. Follow me closely, somebody, so that you can understand it. The need for skilled manpower drove the need for what? For public mandatory schooling. For public mandatory schooling. So for the first time, school became a thing. It was very lucrative, because even though at the initial time, people didn't want to go to school. People didn't want to go to school. It was like you have to, in fact, even despite there was scholarship, you had to go to school for free, but nobody was ready. It was a thing of a waste of time for many people. But for those who were smart, you realize that people who position themselves across these revolutions, even till today, they are the most successful people. Guess what they did? They sent their children to school, even though they were not educated. And by the time those children were leaving school, guess what was happening? These people became the most successful. They became the elites of their time. And the way it used to be is this: when you finish school, then the jobs were waiting for you. This was just the reality. The jobs are already there. In fact, by the time you finish, they give you house, they give you car, they give you all of this. So lucrative, so appealing and amazing, right? And because of that, people were so attracted towards it, and everybody faced it. But things continued to move. Revolutions were moving. From the Industrial Revolution, the world moved to the computer revolution. And this was when the likes of Bill Gates founded Microsoft, and this thing was moving. And in order to shorten this door at the time of this revolution, The world ushered in through the computer revolution, the internet revolution. And guess what happened? From the internet revolution, that led us, that birthed us into the what? Into the information age. And by this time, you have millions of people, they've gone to school, millions of people have gotten degrees. But the problem is this: job became an issue. No job. Remember, it used to be when you finish school, in fact, the jobs were waiting for you and I. But by the time you're coming into the 20th, within the first decade of the 21st century, guess what? It was no longer a thing of job waiting for you. In fact, to even get a job is a problem. And this has been the case even up till date. In fact, it's even getting worse. We are no longer in 2010. We've moved further. And within the information revolution, you see that so many things changing, and there's been so many technological advancement, disruption. And this is further what? Minimizing the need for human beings. Take, for instance, for someone like me, as a doctor, guess what? This is tricoder X. So guess what happens? A hospital that is supposed to employ lots of doctors, that tricoder X is a powerful diagnostic device that can also what? Ease diagnosis. A hospital that would have employed, so within a couple of seconds, you can get diagnosis to a case, and guess what? You can profile treatment and all that. You can even click for possible prescription. This has even what? Is another level in the field of medicine that will make things, even doctors, more efficient. What it just simply means is a hospital that would have employed maybe 100 doctors, an entity that is supposed to have 100 doctors and lab scientists and maybe science and laboratory technologists, microbiologists, will not need as many as 100, 200, 1,000. With just in a place where you need 100, maybe we just 5. With devices like this, it suffices. So what happens to the remaining workforce? It means what? It's a loss of job for them, obviously, and not just in the field of medicine. It cut across so many fields, even in legal practice. IBM Watson is one amazing software which a lot of legal practitioners are taking advantage of. Now and these things create more efficiency. Imagine IBM Watson can provide legal advice within seconds and 90% more accurate than when a human being, 70% done by a human being, if human beings were to research on a case for several maybe days or weeks. But guess what? With IBM Watson, you can get these things done faster. So which means more lawyers, more barristers, more legal practitioners will lose jobs, obviously, right? In the banking sector, is the same thing. With the advent of ATM machine, that was the work people used to do. Automated depositing machine, just like you can walk into the bank and deposit your money now. Who are the people doing the work? What does this simply mean? It means the need for that human input is reducing drastically as the day goes by. In fact, what still will not have POS and all that, right? This is just it. Waymo self-driving car. These are technological disruption, all right, coming into play. A car that can autopilot itself. Cars like this are invented to eliminate the use of drivers and to ensure roads are safe. Someone told me, no, this car I cannot enter it. Why? Because I cannot enter a car that nobody is driving. I said, that is the illiterate of the 21st century. The reason is because this car is even safer than a human being driving. Oh, when will it come to Nigeria? Maybe in the next couple of 100 years or a century. No. These cars have been test run of its type. Cars of its type have been test run here in Nigeria, powered by MTN. And guess what? This white car you are seeing right on the street is a self-driven and autopiloted car on a hold up. And it can walk in Lagos. Trust me, it can walk anywhere. Just watch it and have a look of it. And guess what? Let me just forward it to that point. You see, when it was being test run, a lot of people were gathering. Why are they gathering? Simply because they are seeing a car that is moving to hold up and there's nobody driving. The car is moving on its own. And so for some persons, oh, it's spiritual. There is nothing spiritual about this thing. It's just technological construction. And that is it. But so many people are not aware. I'm a professional driver and all these things. Guess what? It's just a matter of time. Guess what? Some people will have to read the memo, right? And that is it. Guess what? This is it from the Industrial Revolution to the computer revolution to the internet revolution to the information age where we are. We are not in 2010 anymore. Guess what? We've moved beyond that. And this has led us to a new revolution, ladies and gentlemen. Understanding, we are currently in a revolution called the connected revolution. And this is the latest revolution for an average man. It's a revolution of infinite possibilities that gives even an average man the opportunity, the privilege to what? To take charge of his economy. It gives the average man an opportunity, all right, to survive, to thrive, even from the comfort of anywhere. And that is just it. right? And you're going to discover with a shift of this revolution, this is what we discovered as an organization. Pay attention and understand it. We discovered as an organization that guess what? The richest people in the world today, and I repeat with emphasis, the richest people in the world today are people, the billionaires of the world today, they are people that operate in the connected economy. Take it or take it. They are people that operate in the connected economy. And what does this mean? It simply tells, in fact, just an example, in the connected economy, it's not just about, oh, do I have a degree or and all that. Some person, because they are not getting job with their degree, they've gone further to upgrade it to masters, from BSc to masters to PhD. And guess what? Still, they are not getting the job. You can imagine the level of graduates chunking out of universities. Where are the jobs? The richest people today are not doctors like me. They are not professors from my university. They are not my practitioners and all that. They are who? They are people who operate in the connected economy. These are people with value systems. They understand the value chain. And guess who they are? They are called connectors. They're called what? Connectors. There are 4 types of them. Pay close attention and understand. There are 4 types of them, 4 types of connectors in the world today. A connector connecting a person to a person, values between persons through a value system, or business and business, a connector connecting between businesses, or a connector connecting a business to a product or service, or a connector connecting a product or service to a person that needs it. Whichever one you belong, you are a connector, but more importantly is this. Now, let me show you, this is a major icon of a major connector of the world, a major icon of the connected revolution, Mark Zuckerberg. I'm sure so many of us are familiar with him. He's the CEO and the founder of Facebook, which is so popular and we are so familiar with, right? This young man, guess what? What did he do? In fact, that was a time he founded this thing when nobody really saw the vision, nobody really believed in it, in the possibility of it. What a person you would have ordinarily called a Harvard dropout, dropped out of college and focused on this vision. Guess what? Today, that same as would have referred him then, far back when he was very young, when he dropped out of the College of Harvard. Guess what? Today, he's one of the billionaires of the world. And he has acquired even amazing degrees, right? That is it. And what exactly does he do? Using his value system called Facebook to connect persons to persons, to connect what? Persons to persons, to connect you and your friend, me and my friend, all right? And his net worth has rose. He's a billionaire, over $74 billion. You cannot compare Mark Zuckerberg today with our very own daddy. In as much as we work, we value, we appreciate him, the richest man even in Africa, in Nigeria. Guess what? We cannot compare them. Mark Zuckerberg, look at the age difference. Guess what? This is Aliko Dangote. Look at their network. In fact, when the pandemic came, the same hot water that was busy softening the potato was hardening the egg. What do I mean by that? His net worth rose from 74 billion to 107 billion, over $100 billion. And Dangote's net worth dropped from 14 billion to about 8 billion. Why? Because they operate in 2 different revolutions. Are they wealthy? Yes, both of them are wealthy. They are amazing. But they operate in 2 different revolutions, right? The industrial and the connected economy. Just for you to appreciate, in fact, the connected economy is over multiple times faster than the industrial economy, right? And guess what? This is also Travis Kalanick. Travis Kalanick is the founder of Uber Taxi. This is the richest, one of the richest taxi companies in the world without a single taxi of his own to his name. What does he do? Connecting people to what? To Uber Taxi. And that is exactly what he does. Connecting people to what? To the taxi company Uber. And guess what? This is his net worth. His net worth is over 2.6 billion. You cannot even compare it to someone like our very old, well appreciated and well respected Frankie Neji. They are not comparable. Even though Frankie Neji has been in transportation industry for many years, but guess what? His net worth is still counting millions of dollars. Why the other one that is recent? When did Uber start? Uber started just recently, but it's already counting in billions, right? And this is Airbnb Winchesky, who doesn't have a single hotel, but connecting people to accommodation through a value system called Airbnb has made him already what? A billionaire, a multi-billionaire. Bringing it back home, Junior. We're all familiar with Junior, right? And guess what? They became Nigeria's number. These guys they don't have a single physical shop, but today they are Nigeria's #1 retailer. Guess what? Anything you are looking for, you can get it from them. They simply connect you to go and buy what you want. I appreciate what this young lady does. This amazing lady, Linda Ikeji. While other graduates are busy pursuing, what do you call it? Other graduates are busy pursuing, trying to make ends meet for themselves. Guess what they were doing? What this young lady did? She created a system. She created a system to what? To connect people to fashion, lifestyle, things that matters to them. She created the system, a blog, right? And today she's a billionaire, all right? Even in our local currency. And this is so amazing. The richest people in the world, like I said, even the richest man in the world today, Jeff Bezos. And it's so mind-blowing to note that when it was during the pandemic, he was still the richest man in the world as of 2020. Was it 2020, 2021? He was the richest man in the world. But guess what happened? 2020, 2021, the pandemic came. During the pandemic, his net worth rose from a net worth of 133 billion. His net worth rose to over 195 billion what? Billion whopping dollars. This is mind-blowing. This is crazy. Where people are struggling. Why are these things happening? It is simple. It is because they have value system and they operate in the latest revolution. Please, somebody type on the chat box, I must be a connector. Let me be sure you are following me. Just type on the chat box, I must be a connector. This shows me that you're following and you appreciate the fact that connectors rule the world financially. That is it. May I see that? Okay, somebody is typing. I appreciate those of you typing. Beautiful, beautiful. And I want you to watch this. I want you to watch this carefully as I usher you into the essence of what we are doing so that you can get the vision so clear. I wish I knew this thing many years back, maybe when I was much younger than this. But guess what? This information has put me in a point of understanding and advantage, right? Now watch this and understand this like this noble said. Just listen to him, what he has to say. It's a powerful
It's
message.
not the devil that kept you where you are.
And that is it.
After this service, sir, take that risk. Take that risk. I've graduated, no job. Set up a company. Get a proposal. Tell the world what you can do. Earning salary is not breakthrough. Nobody have become a billionaire by earning salary. Nobody.
That's the truth.
Show me a multi-billionaire. Show you a man who is not on salary.
That's the truth.
How come some of you want federal government job? You want to be sent to schools where you don't want to go to school. Why do you want federal government job? Why are you pushing for that teaching job? It's because you don't want to work. The greatest problem in this part of the world, we want to earn salary for work not done.
And that's so unfortunate.
For work not done.
Unfortunate.
Because to a typical white man, for every kobo I earn, I should work for it. A typical Nigerian, why should I work for my money?
Can you imagine?
I believe God that someone here will take a risk. After 4 years of leaving university, you are still looking for a job simply means you are not properly taught in the university.
And that is what
No graduate should be looking for a job after 3 years of graduation. Pastor, what do I do? Think. Be creative. Let the knowledge imparted in you create something to solve a problem that will give you money.
Period.
What's the definition of poverty? A man is poor because he has no service, he has no product. That's why you are poor. And a man is rich because he has service he's rendering and he has products that the world is looking for. The richest man in the world today, Jeff, Amazon, does not have a physical shop, but today he's the richest man. Why? He connect buyer and seller and gets his commission.
Like we said, and let's move on. And that is exactly what it is. So the richest men in the world today, the billionaires of the world, are connectors. It is just what it is. And let us move on to the business of the day. And as I make this clear, may I bring in this humble submission to tell you that when it comes to wealth creation, and I'm about to show you what changed everything for me. All right, I want you to pay close attention. When it comes to wealth creation, there are two major ways to create wealth. See, these things are not taught in school. I didn't learn it in school. It's so unfortunate, but guess what? It will be an advantage for someone who will catch this vision. When it comes to wealth creation, there are two major ways. I don't know of a third way. The first one is build a system from the scratch. When I defined system earlier and I talked about leverage, like we have Mike Adenuga, we have Amazon, Jeff Bezos, they built all these amazing systems, and that's why they're billionaires. If a person cannot build, because building a system requires lots of money, if you cannot afford such money, there's a second option. Plug into a system that is already existing. Somebody can build a system, you can still become successful, you can still become wealthy by partnering, by partnership, and by plugging in. But if a person refuses, you see, this is the mistake lots of people make. They will not build a system from the scratch to create wealth, and they will not partner in to a productive entity that can build them wealth. And if a person refuses to do this, trust me, the only option left most times, and this is what a lot of people have resorted, and that's why the vast majority of people are struggling financially, to work for people that have the system. May God forbid. That is it. May God forbid that for anybody here at the sound of my voice. I believe strongly that there's going to be an element of deposit into someone here to catch the vision and become more, not just for yourself, but more for others. And the people have resorted to this why, and that's why you say, oh, I need to get a job. You keep working and working. I worked for years as a doctor, but it amounted to almost nothing, I would say, in as much as I appreciate my due at that stage. But the truth about it is, somebody say, may God forbid, feel free, write it on the chat box. Claim it, may God forbid, period, that's it. You should have your system so that you can pass on a huge legacy to your children. So if you want to write it on the chat box, please do. Let me be sure you are following me. Write God forbid on the chat box. You are not meant to be up and just working for people till you. No. May that not be anybody's portion. That is it. You are meant to leave a legacy. And through what? That can only be possible and feasible when you have a system, either built from the scratch or whether you partner in. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the business of the day. The question is, how do you become a connector? A lot of you wrote on the chat box, I must be a connector. Amazing. How do you become a connector? That's what I'm here to show you. All right, stay in there. It is simple. If you have the kind of money lots of those people have, let's say like Jeff Bezos, Mike Adenuga, you can build a telecommunication company like Glo. You can make a lot of money. But I didn't have that kind of money. All right. If you don't have such a money to build it and see it through over years and decades, like they've done, all right, you can partner in and plug into a system. An example of a person that plugged into a system, for example, is Obasanjo. He plugged into MTN. Guess what? When he plugged into MTN, each time you and I recharge our MTN line, he was making percentages from it. And that's amazing. No wonder he's so wealthy and he has achieved so much. All right. If you have the system to build from the scratch, it means the millions do that. But if you don't, guess what? This is an amazing opportunity for you. How do you become a connector? This is where the La Buena Vida project comes in. This is where C21FG comes in. To become a connector, all you simply do is what? You plug into our system. Plug into our system by making one-off purchase of health benefits and daily products for home use. You are simply buying what you will use for yourself. You can shop any amount from this company, but once you are able to, your purchase is able to reach, you're able to purchase up to 79,990 naira, which is just 10 naira away short from 80,000 naira approximately. Guess what? You don't only have the product or these amazing things you use for yourself, but you also have a system which gives you that opportunity to build massive wealth for yourself. That is it. You need billions of dollars or naira to build a system from the scratch. But I'm telling you that with just 79,990 naira in purchasing what you will use, I'm not saying to sell. You are not carried buying what you use. Buying what you're going to sell or market. No, you are simply purchasing for yourself what you will use in your home. And these are basic things you normally use. What are the products you are using at home? Name it. You can use any of the packages. You can plug in with any of the packages, either the entry verse like the organization has. You have the entry verse, either the 79,990. There are other options, or the neo verse, or the techno verse, or the digi verse, or the mega verse jet fly package. Any of the one you plug in is okay, but with a minimum of 79,990, you already have a system established for yourself, and that is it. What are the products? This money you are paying is for what? You are simply buying what you use, like I said, things you normally use at home. And the funny thing is this, it doesn't matter whether you buy it here or not. You can always purchase it from somewhere. But the question is this, when you purchase it, are you going to make anything from it? Is any system attached to it? All right. So you are simply using your money to purchase the toothpaste you use at home. Guess what? This is my choco. The company has my choco. These are the products you are buying with your money. All right. This replaces your normal brands of beverages you take, including the first world alkaline coffee. It replaces other brands of beverages you take, right? The coffees you take, right? That is it. Including other health beneficial products like Vidamax. People have this high blood pressure and all that. Putting your heart stable so that you don't suffer from all these things. Guess what? Including those who want to fitness products, who want to lose weight in a healthy manner, the company has the Bone Slave. All right, that is, it is one of the world most sorted out what weight loss product, right? And that is it, including omega-3 fatty acid. These are amazing things people you can purchase. You need them for your health. Omega-3 fatty acid in the form of collagens is there to reduce blood pressure, risk of coronary heart diseases, good brain development, and all these amazing things. Restore life. Right? When you make a purchase, you are getting access to all these amazing products that I'm showing you on the screen, not just for adults, but also for children, right? Including wearable technologies. These are the products of the company which you can shop from, all right, which you have in your package, one or more of it, right? Including the energy pendant. When you see the energy pendant, this is to prevent you from radiation, from electromagnetic frequency, and also from viruses, including the coronavirus and name it, those airborne infectious organisms, right? This protects you because of the chlorine dioxide it emits. And trust me, if you know the value of it, trust me, it is so important. No wonder when you see people who are popular, the likes of, name it, Jim I, Kan Wanko and all that, you see them putting this thing on. Sometimes you just think, oh, I'm putting on a chain. It's not just for fancy's sake. It's a protective device. This is the former president of this country. Guess what? In the person of whom we know, and guess what? You can see this picture. When you see this picture, when you see the elites putting this on, it's not just for show. It is actually for what? For protection, protecting you against radiation. All right, protecting you against radiation and protecting you against infection. All right, disease-causing organisms, infectious organisms. Right, and these are the things you are purchasing with your money. What is the idea? The concept is simple. This is you here, for example, you are connected by your friend, like you listening to me, and guess what happens? You make a one-time shopping. Once you make a one-time shopping, automatically a system is established for you. And with this system, guess what? You can begin to generate wealth because you have a wide range of what? Of, what do you call it? Because you have a wide range of what? Of connections to what? To benefit from. And this is very possible through the system we've established that gives you the opportunity to get this done without necessarily resorting to what? Going on the street to start hawking products, selling products, no selling, no going on the street to start looking for people to convince and force them to buy anything, no marketing, no street hawking. You are simply buying this product for your personal use, for your home use, and then you are using the value system of our organization, of the company, to what? To connect to value, and you can generate huge amounts of income. If I want to become a connector, a tracking center is established for you, all right, which you can use to track your business from anywhere. And your business is open in over 200 countries around the globe. Not just for someone like me, I've built my business in several countries. I don't even know how many, right? There are a couple of countries, but guess what? You have an opportunity to do even more. Over 200 countries as a connector, all right? But guess what, like we said, without going on the street to start hawking or street hawking product. How is it possible to start connecting to people without talking, without convincing, without marketing? It is simple. There are 2 steps to achieving that. 2 steps to connect people without going on this. You don't need to, I see a lot of things people do. That's not what we do here. Oh, let me market, let me convince my friend. No. You can connect to people without going to convince them outrightly. How do you achieve that? It is simple. Once you become a connector, the first thing you do is to attend a training by our organization. And this training is called Quick Starter Guide, QSG, Quick Starter Guide. All right, please pay attention. Remember, I mentioned at the end of this session, there's going to be something special. All right, I might be asking this question at the end of this session. All right, so take note. The first thing is to attend a training, not to talk, not to convince, not to market. You are simply attending a training called Quick Starter Guide. And the second new step is to use the system that you're going to be learning from the Quick Starter Guide training. System simply means save yourself the stress, the energy, the time, and the money you would have used going on the street to convince people. There are about 10 to 12 different types of systems you can make your choice from. guess what? One of the prime systems is called contact recommendation. I'm not going to be explaining all for the sake of time because I need to round up as quick as possible. I have another meeting. But guess what? Let us look at this. Contact recommendation is one of the systems. But remember, I said there are several other types of systems you can use, right? Contact recommendation is simple. Once you attend the quick starter guide training, for you to understand it, I just simply tell you, okay, from your phone, just write out the people's name you intend to what? To connect to this amazing opportunity. All right. And once you write down their name, I might tell you, okay, write down 50 names. Once you write it, then I give you a text message to send. And that text message, guess what? From that text message, the text message reads like this, something of this form. All right. Hey, John, how's everything? Something like this. You customize it and personalize it. Right. Hey, John, how's everything? I recommended you to an organization. There's an international organization I recommended you to. They'll show you how to generate income using their system, but I'm still learning in their system. Just let me know. All right. Once John received the message in his phone, it means automatically you have connected him, right? You have connected him to our consultant, and then you step aside. Your part is majorly done. Our consultant steps in to what? To, invite those people that you have recommended and invite them to presentations. It must not be on Zoom. It can be a physical presentation if they are nearby to our office, or it can also be on Zoom, online webinars like this, right? And they will see the opportunity and make an informed decision. And guess what? Your income flows whenever as they connect, all right? And you are generating your income. There are many other systems you can take advantage of and you can use to build your business. Our consultants can visit your house in the form of home launch, and there are other amazing systems which you can use to build your business. In fact, for some of you here listening to me, I won't be surprised. The reason why you are here is because maybe you received a message like this, just a similar message like maybe a friend of yours or someone you're familiar with sent you a message of this form, and eventually after them, one of our consultants called you. Please, if you're one of those here, please, can I see your chat on the chat? But just write yes. Let me just see. I believe maybe not all of you, but there should be some, maybe one or two of you here who got access to this privilege of attending this. Okay, good. I see some of you writing yes. Now, what does it tell you? It simply tells you that the system is effective. The person that gave you the opportunity to see this, they didn't have to start convincing or selling or marketing products. Did the person give you product to market, to buy? No. What it simply tells you that you too, you don't need to go on the street to start marketing anything. And that is the system we've created, which makes it so amazing and so solely different from what lots of other people do. And there are many other systems, which you can take advantage of. That's amazing. I'm glad to know this, that there are some of you here who are connected to this system, right? But how do you generate income? How do you make money, all right, from the system? How do you make money from this amazing opportunity? All right, pay attention and understand it. Now, there are several ways you can generate income from this, all right? I love to keep things simple, all right? As a teacher, I love to keep things so simple. I don't love to complicate things, but take note, however be it, understand that there are several ways to generate income. There are about 5 different ways you can generate income from this amazing opportunity. But for the sake of time, all right, I hope time will permit me to talk about just two major ways. All right, there are other ways you're going to be learning eventually as you become a connector and you build on. You can explore other ways of making money. But let me try to do justice to 2 so that I can round up on time. The first way in which you generate income from this amazing opportunity is called direct connectors bonus. All right, and what does this mean? It is simple. This direct connector bonus says this: if you connect anyone, for example, that is coming into this business, now watch it and see how mouth-watering this amazing opportunity can be. If you connect anyone, what it means is this: using the system, like I've explained. Let's say you submit the 50 names, or you even submit 100. Some of you will have more than 200-300 contacts in your phone, maybe more, right? Now we put calls across to them, we show them the opportunity, they go and purchase what they want. If you connect anyone coming with the entry verse package, what it means, the person is starting this business to buy what he will use to become a connector, $79,990. You that connected the person, you earn a direct connector bonus instantly of 20,000 naira. This is mind blowing. This is amazing. The person connected paid $79,990 to purchase his product for himself, for his personal use. He got value for his money. But you that gave the person the opportunity to see this, guess what? You get instantly paid immediately. There is no let me go on. Immediately you get 20,000 naira. It's not at the end of the month. It's instantly. All right. So what if the person didn't come with? So what it means is this: if you connect, for some of you that have lots of contacts, oh yes, I can connect a lot of people. Trust me, your social capital comes into handy here. So what it simply means, if you connect up to 50 persons, some of you have 300 contacts in your phone. Connect 50 persons that are coming with this entry verse package. It is 20,000 times 50, which is 20,000 times 50. We're talking about, what's the math? 1 million naira. Just 50 persons. You're already a millionaire. That's how mind-blowing it can be. What if this person didn't come with entry verse? What if they came and they decided to shop for themselves heavily with the neo verse package? Meaning they started with 129,990 naira. You that connected the person, you are earning instantly a direct connector bonus of not 20,000, but 30,000 naira. You earn in accordance to what you connected, right? So you earn 30,000 naira. And what does this mean? It means if you connect 50 of such persons, 30,000 times 50, it is 1.5 million naira. So it just with 50 persons, you're already even a millionaire. We've not talked about other ways of earning. We're just talking about the singular way direct connectors work, bonus. But what if they come with what? With the third type of package, which is the Technoverse package. The person started with 259,990, decided to shop for himself. You that connected the person, you get instantly paid 50,000 naira. On a magnitude, let's do the math. 50,000 times 50. You have more contacts in your phone, but let's connect 50 out of them. Guess what happened? 50,000 times 50 gives you 2.5 million naira. And there are other higher packages like what? Like the Digiverse flight package, whereby they come in, you that connected the person, you are getting instantly paid 100,000 naira. This is how mind-blowing it can be. That is it. And guess what? This is the reason why, if I no wonder so many persons, in fact, they don't just want to stay on their job. Why should I stay on a job that pays me 50,000 naira, where I have to go to work from morning till night for 26 working days? Struggling, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, in the office. And guess what? I know that I can just connect one person, just one person. We're not talking of other ways the company will pay you. I've not gone into that. Just connect one person. If the person is coming with a Digiverse package, you are earning 100,000. What if the person, so 100,000, if you're connecting 50 of sort, that is over 5 million naira. What if the person is now coming with the biggest package, which is 999,990, which is the mega jet pack, the mega verse jet pack? You that connected the person, your direct connector bonus is 150,000 naira. Why should I stay on a job that pays me 100,000 naira when I know I can connect one person in a month and make 150,000 naira? This is how powerful it can be, right? That is it. So that is for the direct connector bonus, and I'm sure we appreciate it. All right, it is mind-blowing. But the second way of earning, which is the one I love, you can make a lot of money from the direct connector bonus, is connect and earn. But the one I love is the one that I can be making money even when I'm sleeping. That is the one that gives me and gives lots of people the power of leverage, where you make money whether you are there, whether you are not there, whether you work, whether you don't work, whether you're present or absent, you still make money as long as you've gotten it established. It is called the matching bonus. And how does the matching bonus work? Apart from the direct connector bonus, like I've mentioned, look at how the matching bonus work. This is you here. Pay close attention to understand this. It might be a little technical, but remember I said something at the end of this meeting. All right, there will be a special offer. All right, and I can see a lot of you concentrating and you are focused. I appreciate every single one of you. All right, and I believe there are going to be some of you, some amongst you. I wish all of you, but maybe not all, but some amongst you that will be getting a special promo offer from our organization, and it is worth more than 500,000 naira. I'm repeating this for emphasis. All right, that is it. But once I'm done with the matching bonus, let me share one or more testimonies. I think we are done. We'll call it a day, and then I will release this special promo offer, right? That is it. So we move on. Now, this is the matching bonus. And how does the matching bonus work? This is you there. Apart from the direct connector bonus you have earned, the matching bonus is binary. What do I mean by binary? It is simple. You connect, you are divided. Once you join this business and you are the connector, you are divided into left and right side. Remember, the first thing you do is a training called Quick Starter Guide. Not to talk, not to market, not to convince. You are divided into left side and right business portfolio. And guess what? What we do is we work the system out with you to quickly establish your first 2 connections. We're not talking about 50 here. Just we're connecting 2 persons first. We can connect as many as possible. But with your first 2 connections, once there's a connection on the left and another connection on the right, in person of, for example, Ada and Bola, as in this schematic, Apart from the direct connector bonus we make, which can be 20,000 or 100,000 or 150,000, like I mentioned earlier, you are also going to be making, once there's a connection on the left and on the right, the company pays you an extra amount of 7,000 whooping naira. And that's matching bonus. That is it. All right. And what it means is this: just the way we work the system with you, we're also working the system with every single person that comes into our business. We take them through our line of trainings, all right, and through the quick starter guide training and our line of training, our standard method of operation, and help them establish their connections through using our system, right? And that connects to Chidi and Dan. She is a direct connector bonus, depending on maybe, but with a minimum direct connector bonus of 20,000 now, which is 40,000, and she also matches 7,000 now, right? Bola connects to Eno and Fanny. She is the direct connector bonus, like I explained, and also a matching bonus of 7,000 now. But beyond that, apart from that, guess what? At this time, look at what is happening here. If you understand the schematic, you only connected Ada and Bola. You didn't connect Chidi, Dan, Eno, and Fanny. But because the system is saying, because if not for you that connected Ada and Bola, the company is saying we wouldn't have gotten the privilege for the patronage of Chidi, Dan, Eno, and Fanny. So for that, even though they've been paid their bonuses and everybody have gotten what is their due right, or due entitlement, but you up there, you here, that didn't connect Chidi, Dan, Eno, and Fanny, you are also earning. The system pairs, one on the left, one on the right, Chidi and Dan, Dan and Eno, you still earn 7,000. Chidi and Fanny is paired, you still earn 7,000 whooping naira. Chidi, Dan, Eno, and Fanny are establishing their connections, they are building their business. Probably you don't even know them, you don't know where they are, but the system keeps paying you once there's a connection on the left side or on the right side, right? Joy and K pair together, you earn 7,000. Guess what? You earn 7,000 because there are 4 connections on your left and 4 on your right. Ijoma and Lana, 7,000. Ajame, 7,000. Gab and Noon, 7,000, 7,000, 7,000, 7,000 till infinity. There is no limit to it. As these connections continue to drop in, the money continues to flow in, period. Whether you connect them, whether you didn't connect them, whether you are present, whether you are absent, this is the power of leverage and you can build wealth. But in order to regulate the system says the maximum we'll give you of this 7,000, the maximum in a day is 40 of it. All right, 40 of it. As you grow in the business, you can earn up to 47,000 naira, 7,000 naira up to in 40 places, which is about 280,000 naira. That is the maximum per account. But if you do more than that, guess what? You cannot earn more than 280,000. Now, making 280,000, that is if you have one account, just one account. And trust me, it's amazing. Even if it doesn't take you, this is over time. What if it takes you even 6 months to get to this level? What if it takes you 8 months to start making 280,000 every day? It is amazing. All right, that is it. There are other bigger parts. For those of you that want to make more money, you must not start with one. You can have the what? The Neovas pack, which is like 3 heads. You're making money from 3 places instead of 1 place. You are simply purchasing 3 packs, 3 heads for yourself, right? And this is how it looks. And it's just similar, but guess what? You have the advantage to make more money instead of the one account, right? And if you want to generate income and have access to qualify for vacations, all expenses paid, amazing vacations, right? Trust me, you may want to consider the bigger packages. The bigger packages like the what? Like we were talking about the Ethiopian vacation, so many vacations. That's my humble self there. That's my mentor on the left. All right, in person of Dr. Victor Abalsi is the one that mentored me through this project. In family, God continue to bless him, right? And that's one of the architect of this amazing project in the island of Bataan, outside the country. Through this project, I'm able to travel to a couple of places, even though I'm from a family where I never thought I could travel anywhere, even outside Nigeria. Guess what? These are different places we travel to. Over several, in fact, some of them are my students. I have a lot of my students that I've mentored who are also traveling. And guess what? Not just my students, including myself, we travel together, amazing places. Some of you love vacations, some of you love traveling, you love meeting people. Guess what? This is an amazing opportunity for you. All right. This was when we traveled to the Philippines. I'm also there. All right. That's my humble self there on the brown jean. Guess what? If you want to have access to these amazing, you may want amazing life experiences. Trust me, you may want to consider like the 7 heads where you are starting with 259,000. That is the Technovas pack. It is bigger and better. It's like the 7 heads where you're starting with over 260,000 approximately. All right. Imagine making 280,000 from 7 different places. This is crazy. That's the truth. All right. Your daily payout in income potential is over $1 million plus. 1.9 million plus, your monthly payout is about 558 million. What if you are doing just 10%? You have the what? These 7 heads, and you are doing just 10% of what you are supposed to be making. You are not making 58 million, you are simply making just about 5.8 million naira monthly. This is still mind-blowing, trust me. All right, that is it. All right, that is it. If you want to what? Move with the Digiverse Fly Pack, guess what? Which is like the 15 heads. This is also mind-blowing. That is it. The 15 heads. In fact, don't even go there. This one is like oil money. Name it. What kind of money are you talking about? This is bigger and of course better. All right. Your daily income potential for the 15 heads is about 4.2 million naira. Monthly income potential, what this is capable of paying over time, not overnight, take note, but over time is over 126 million naira. But if you are doing just 10%, 12.6 million in a month, it's still amazing. That is it. And that is it. And this is the best you can do. I don't even want to go here. This is what I have, but I don't want to go there for a person that just started. The mega vast jetpack, where you are starting with approximately $1 million naira. This is 31 profit head, and this is the maximum you can do. You can't go beyond that. The organization, the company does not allow you to go beyond it. But this is amazing. This is the best, all right? And it is mind-blowing. That is it. And as I round up, as I cap this up, please take note, C21FG organization is in partnership with a couple of organizations that have stood the test of time. Nature's Way, for example, that has been existing in the United States of America, you know, one of the leading companies in nutraceuticals, all right, and they've been existing for over 6 decades, running close to 60 years now. They've been existing. DSM in Netherlands, WIDA producing the fitness product like the Bond Snake. Ego Block is our real estate arm. You also have an opportunity to own a home for yourself. All right, as you build your business, guess what? The company at some point in time will build you a house through our e-block channel. That is it. It's also our partners, EcoBank, Access Bank. These are the bank that pays you. All right, and the single mother company that gives us access to this partnership is called Empower Consumerism. That is it. They empower the consumer. They empower you and I, the consumer, for consuming their product and for giving others access to consuming their product, right? And these are some of our successful partners. What I'm going to be doing is this. I'm just going to, like, remember I said I talked about the special offer. I'm just going to share the testimony like I promised, and then I will release this offer for someone here who has been patient enough to follow me through. All right, that is it. And these are some of our successful commentors, and I'm going to be sharing just some few testimonies, like Mr. Vincent. Mr. Vincent also, guess what, saw this opportunity. A banker, precisely with First Bank here in Abuja, saw this business years back, and guess what happened? When he saw this business, he gave it a thought. As a banker, he was so tight in schedule. Some of you will say, oh, I love to do something like this, but I don't have time. Where will I have time to do this? And all. He was a banker with no time. He lives, in fact, he was complaining that, oh, his family, he was just like me as a doctor. No time. I was on a 12 to 16 hours job. He leaves so early and comes back so late. Guess what? He still started the business, and because of our system, we're able to map out something for him in his time zone, and he built it over time. And guess what? This was where he was living when he was still working in the bank. Guess what? In the outskirts city of Abuja. Today, Mr. Vincent, in fact, after about, he said, if this business can be paying me up to what they are paying me in the bank, I'll just leave the bank. But guess what? Within 11 months, this business was paying, even though he was doing it on part-time, it was not a full-time endeavor, just a side hustle. Guess what? He was already making more than what they were paying him in his banking job. Guess what Mr. Vincent did? He fired his boss. Simply put, he decided to resign and left banking work. That was when he fired his boss and we celebrated it. Guess what happened? The house you are seeing, that house he bought with all his money, he renovated it, but he doesn't even live there. That was the car they gave him as a car loan when he was still working in the bank. But today, in fact, this was a gift, not even from him, a gift, a birthday gift from his wife. What does that tell you? It tells you that what? Things are much better. He's living a better and an amazing lifestyle compared to before. As a banker, where will he get money to buy power bike? That is it. And guess what? This business has nothing to do with your educational background once you are willing to learn. No wonder somebody like what? An ordinary mechanic. An ordinary mechanic like what? Like Mr. Festus Swansu saw this business. The Joe mechanic, Joe vehicle mechanic. You have him right.
Invited me to this meeting.
That is it.
When I came,
from being an ordinary mechanic, I don't have much time. Let me just wrap this up. to becoming a social entrepreneur and a Benz owner. In fact, the Benz he has today, he will only allow a couple of mechanics to access it. And this is someone with no educational background, has never stepped his feet to the four wall of any university, no formal educational background, but through this project, because he was willing to learn, guess what? Trust me, this is him today. He's now regarded as an engineer. This is a youth copper. I am young. Can I do this business? Yes, this is just a youth copper. Just graduated from Federal University of Technology, Mina. He's a friend of mine, Lucy Paul. He just launched his bench through this. Within 2 years of building, within 1 year plus, 1 year, 7 months of building this business, he launched out a bench. This is someone from a very poor family.
My name is Nusha Paul. I came from a very humble background.
Guess what?
My
this
dad
is my
was
friend.
a teacher.
We've been together.
My mommy was also a teacher.
What? That is it.
There is this saying that goes.
That is just it. And this is the person that mentored him. This is the person, a nurse that mentored Sobio Lucy Paul in this business. A nurse in one of the hospitals in Nyanya, here in Abuja, in Nyanya Hospital. She saw this business as a nurse and she was building, she was even tired of the job because how much was the salary? She had lots of responsibilities, but she gave it a shot and she started building this business. And guess what? You know, there's something money does. You can imagine from being a nurse, when you compare to what she is today, you begin to ask, are you sure what is happening? And that is just the reality. This is how powerful what people, and these are people who are not children of any politician. These are people who rose from grass to grace. Today, she's not just a Benz owner, but she's a mentor of millionaires, training people, delivering people from what? From poverty by the grace of God through this amazing opportunity, right? And that is Nurse Juliet today. And guess what? She's not just the only one. There are so many.
Sabotage to be launched today.
Guess what? I won't have time. The people that launch these cars, they are just from ordinary. They are just ordinary men like you and me. What do I mean by that? They are not children of what of any elite or as the case may be. They rose from grass to grace through this work, this great equalizer opportunity that has given them the opportunity to become more for themselves. You see so many cars being launched. Some of you, maybe you've seen this on social media. You just see these things and you are wondering, man, how are these people getting this money to buy all these cars? Guess what? This is how amazing. These are all connectors. These are people from CFG International, from this amazing project that we've launched, right? These are not just cars, but these are exotic cars. You're talking of the Porsche, the Maserati. And of course, I'm also one of the persons there too. All right? And ladies and gentlemen, as I begin to wrap this up, this is also the person that God used to transform my life. The man in red there on a Monday morning sipping coconut water in the Caribbean island. What will make, he's a medical doctor. 12 years of medical practice. I'm talking about my mentor on the left, putting on red shirt. The one on the right is the person that connected him, which is the president of this organization. On a Monday morning, he's supposed to be running to work, but today he's enjoying the life of his dream. Why? Because he said yes to this opportunity. And what do I mean by that? 12 years of medical practice. After struggling for 12 good years, a medical doctor, in fact, that was what he could afford as a car, as mobility. That broke mobile. In fact, he didn't even buy it with his money. He got it as a gift from a patient he treated. And he was busy struggling. In fact, he used the car, according to him, he used the car so much that after some years, the car started using him. You know what that means? A doctor, clear road, doctor, they come. He used the car so much that guess what? The car started using him. At least he even tried. When I was a doctor, I didn't even have a car. And that's how bad it can be. It's so unfortunate. Guess what? But taking 10 years to this business and building it, guess what? He launched his first car. That was in 2018. He's my mentor. He's my teacher. He held me by the hand to train me in this business. In 2018, he launched his first car, which was a Ford Edge. Guess what? By 2020, he launched a Range Rover, tier leather, right? And guess what? Today, he doesn't even use that. He has gifted several cars, and he uses a Maserati. He bought a Maserati just last year here. I don't even know the next one he will buy. As a medical doctor, where does he have the guts to go and attempt things like this, right? Now, what does it tell you? It tells you that the vision is real. He's the one that mentored me. I've traveled with him. We've gone to several countries, the Philippines, and a couple of other countries with affected life. Today, he's living the life of his dream. This was when he built a house for his mom, bought a car for his mother. And this, as I begin to cap up, is also my story. I saw this business, and when I saw this, I didn't fall from the sky. I was mentored. I was also taught. I was impacted. I was working in a company called Ola. Maybe some of you are familiar. It's one big agribusiness entity in the country, and it spans across different countries of the world. I'm a veterinary doctor. I was working in one of their branch in Kaduna. This was my resignation letter. I started this business on the 5th of September, 2018. Started building the business. And when I was building the business, guess what? After building it for 4 months, on the 5th month, man, I saw the need, man. My salary was 123,000 naira. But building this business, something I give my whole time was paying me just slightly over 100,000. But a business I was doing part-time was paying me more than twice of what they were paying me. Guess what I did? I simply wrote my resignation and I decided to keep the job aside and face it full-time because it was making sense. Especially now that you connect one person and make 150,000 naira. And the job is paying me 123,000 naira. So why shouldn't I consider this? Right? Effective from the 1st of March 2019, I left, just like you can see from the letter there, I left that job. 33 days after my resignation, that was when I started making swooping income in 6 figures and up to 7 figures. That's my account number there. Guess what? Paid to Access Bank, up to 7 figures, over $1 million. Within 8 months of joining this business, I was already doing 7 figures. All right. I've gotten a t-shirt in this, but beyond this, over 2 million, up to my income goes to 3 million, up to 4 million, and even up to 5 million and beyond. Right? And that is, and I'm still growing in this business. Today is not just about me. I bought my first car. Guess what? In this business. That was the first car I ever bought, 2019. And guess what? The second car was the one I bought just recently. That was a GL450 2015 model. And that's amazing. It's mind-blowing, right? That is it. This was even one of my office cluster when that car arrived. And this is mind-blowing. And what does this mean? If someone like me can achieve this, it just simply tells you it is possible. That's just it. It is possible. All right? That is it. So it is very, very possible. If I can achieve it, if I can do it, it means anybody can do it. That is because I don't have 10 heads. And this was when I celebrated when we launched the car in our major office cluster in Abuja, right? And that's me with my amazing family. Today I have all the time. I joined this business because I needed time for my family. For some persons who make excuses, oh, I would have joined it, but I don't have time. It was the reason why I joined it. I said, if I don't have time for my family, I should do something that will help me create time. And today, to God be the glory, through this entity, this amazing business, guess what? I have all the time I can ever afford to my family. That is just amazing for me. And not just for me, but you know, some persons will be wondering, and let me quickly say this just before I round up. How does the company pay all these millions? I was showing you accounts, and guess what? You're just seeing millions, millions, millions without sense of humility. Some of you will be wondering, how does the company pay all these millions, millions, millions? I hope this thing will not fold. Why am I answering this question? Because that was my fear too. Many years back, or 3 years back, I was having this fear. It is simple. The model is just simple. All right. In our normal mode of distribution, in normal chain of distribution of products, in our normal everyday life, a factory produces, and guess what? From that factory, they sell to the national distributor, to the wholesale, to the retail before they get to you. Let's say Coca-Cola will sell a bottle of Coke, they'll produce a bottle of Coke at a cost price of maybe 50 naira. But by the time it's getting to you, you are buying it for 150 naira or 200 naira. Why did it get to that from 50 naira to 150 naira? It's simple. It's just because of what? Those middlemen, so many middlemen activity, right? Down to the customer. But how does the company pay out to all these distributors? It's simple. They decided to boycott all these national distributor, regional distributor, wholesale, retail, all those things. They boycotted them and created a shortcut chain and placed you and I as the connector. Simple. So you simply generate income. You are simply connecting people who needs this goods so that there's no middleman activity that will hike the price of the goods. And at the same time, lots of people can generate income from this amazing opportunity. So this makes it just amazing. All right. And through this opportunity, you see, it's not just about what this will do for you, but how this will also help impact others. I showed you my mentor. I showed you myself what I've made from this. But trust me, what makes me happier, what makes me more fulfilled are the people that I've mentored. Through this opportunity, I've not just become a millionaire with all sense of humility and by the grace of God, but I've mentored other millionaires. This person right on your screen, he was a teacher on a salary of 20,000 naira per month. Saw this business and he said yes. In fact, he didn't even have money to start. He borrowed money immediately and started this business. He didn't make excuse. He made an instant decision. And guess what? I continued to work with him. I was teaching him this business. I was mentoring him from being a teacher, guess what, of 20,000 naira till he established his own personal office. Guess what? He started making hundreds of thousands of naira. Today, it's not just a million. In fact, imagine he was a teacher. How many years will he save his 20,000 naira in a month to travel to Dubai? or travel to Ethiopia, or travel to other places like Philippines and other places which I travel with people. How many years will he save for that? But because he said yes, today he's traveling around the world, and this same person, for some of you that will connect to this business, guess what? You will see him celebrating his car. He just fully paid for an amazing car for himself, right? That you're going to witness his car celebration shortly. This is how amazing this can be. And today, this is the joy for me. That's me in the middle. Guess what? I'm a father of many by the grace of God. At this young age, I've created, not just, this is the prestige for me, I've created millionaires. These persons you are seeing on my left and on my right, and not just them, with so many others, they are millionaires through the little input I've been able to give, teaching them, mentoring them. The one on the right is an accountant with Heartland Construction Company here in Abuja. Accountant from money till 100,000 in a month. But he said yes to this opportunity and yes to my mentorship. Today, he's not just a millionaire, but a 2-Comma Club member, making 7 figures monthly. And this is how amazing. So it's not just about what this will do for you. You are already wealthy, beautiful, key into this business, because why? This can help you become more for others. People will pray for you because you show them an opportunity that made them become more. That is it. All right, as we round up, that is it. These are some of the amazing projects. Like I said, we're creating a family of millionaires that will use their what? Their resources for positive activities, to affect the world positively. This is why we have the Feed the Family project, where in 2019 we fed 5,000 families. Maybe some of you witnessed this. That is it. You can see this amazing opportunity
For their personal project.
God has given us
something that is so phenomenal.
In 3 years, we've been able to.
Thank God. As God touched you people help us.
That is it. That was when we fed 5,000 families, but in 2021, guess in 2020 we did for 50,000 families. In fact, at our headquarters, it was something else. Right? All over we have and currently we are still on this project. We don't go cap in hand begging, but what do? Those family of millionaires we've created, we are putting our hands together, all right, and we're on a project to feed 1 million families across not just Nigeria, even extending it to even other countries. And by the grace of God, there are people here listening to me. You are not just going to what? You are going to join hands with us in this project. You are going to affect lives. That is it. And by the grace of God, you're going to affect lives through this project. If you are one of those that believe in this and you're going to be affecting lives through this, please may I hear you say, yes, I'm going to affect life. Write yes on the chat box. That is a noble project and it's worth doing. It's highly fulfilling. Trust me. All right. This is the fourth project we are in now, and we are targeted towards feeding 1 million families. And by the grace of God, we'll get it done. What do you stand to gain, and what do you stand to lose if you decide to become a part of this opportunity? You have nothing to lose, because even the money you are paying to start this business, it is even for your product. You are going to get full value for your money. That is it. So I've come to the end of this, but the question is, what did you see from what I've shown you? Are you seeing opportunity or are you seeing limitations? It all depends on what you're seeing. What I saw 3 years ago was an amazing opportunity, and that was why I didn't waste time. I quickly took advantage of it, right? And I was mentored. Today we have elites. The rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer, because even the rich, when they see an opportunity, they still grab it and they use it to affect other lives. The governor of Benue State, with all sense of prestige and everything today, is using this opportunity to also affect the indigenous of Benue State. And guess what? Not just that, even this, in fact, there are so many even governors of other states, right? This man is so smart. I'm sure we know the person I'm talking about, right? That is it. This is how amazing this project can be. We have lots of backbone. Just to recap our vision, this is our vision, and I've come to the end of this presentation. And thank you very much, but pay attention to this, please. If you are here, you've seen this as an amazing opportunity. You love what you've seen. Remember, our vision is to raise financially free people that will help to raise other financially free people. And we are using the connected economy as a vehicle to achieve this, right? That is it. If you are here, you are one of those that have seen this amazing opportunity. You're looking at me right in the eyeball. You love what you've seen. More importantly, you love the humble person speaking to you in person of Dr. Umar. You love me to be your humble teacher, your mentor. May I see you go on the chat box, see your chat there, just write for me, I'm in, mentor me. Let me see those that have seen the vision. Remember, it's a vision. Not everybody will see this vision. Some of my friends, we saw it together, but they didn't see it. They were just seeing that, okay, let us, but guess what? I keyed into this vision. Please, right? Congratulations to every single one of you writing and in Mentor Me. What it means, you saw the vision. All right, Ahmed, Dalatu, Mubarak, so many of you, I can see your names. It's so fast. Wow, wow, wow. This is mind-blowing. I can see the names of some devices, Gioni, S11, and all this S-Star. I can see so many people writing and in Mentor Me. Guess what? I appreciate every single one of you. Guess what? It's a big privilege, all right? The fact that I'm going to be mentoring does not mean I'm the best in the world. But even though I'm striving to become one of the best in the world, but guess what? I was well mentored, and this is why I have this privilege. And this is how the business operates. For as many persons you can help get what they want, you can get everything you want. I am not successful because I'm smart. I am successful by the grace of God because I was well mentored and because I have a heart for people and I'm willing to help people. That is it. If you're one of such persons that have a heart for people, you're ready to help people, trust me, you have the right opportunity before you to affect lives. All right? That is it. So we're going to go straight. For those of you that have seen it, I wish I can mentor everybody. Of course, it's not possible for me. I can't mentor everybody. I've come to the end of this. What I'm just going to be doing, I'm going to be selecting some persons, all right, that will be getting a special promo offer. And possibly I'm going to be selecting a handful of persons that I'm going to be mentoring. All right. And congratulations to every single one of you that have stayed till the end of this amazing session. And I'm sure you've gotten value. All right. So let's swing in. All right. Take note of this as we move on. This is a summary of our package. All right. Just to summarize, this is a summary of our package. The regular membership pack, we have the $79,990 for the one center. Of course, like I earlier mentioned, the $79,990. All right. Or that is if you are starting with one head, with one account, or you are starting with the 3 account. The 3 account is $129,990, or the 7 account, or the 15 heads. All right, whichever one you start with. You can start with anyone based on your capacity, your financial capacity. All right, but if you are here, you see the need to start with the jet pack. All right, which is approximately ₦1 million, 999,990. Guess what? Let me tell you what you just simply did. All right, it is amazing. I'm going to tell you that if you're starting with the jet pack, it puts you at more advantage. But whichever one you start with is okay. All right, that is it. Take note that there are 3 categories of mentorship. All right, you can start with the first day category, which is for the instant starters. The instant starters. The first day category, category 1. And these people have the opportunity to be mentored by the top leaders, the topmost leaders, the masterminds. All right. And guess what? The second day category, category 2, mentorship. Nobody works alone here in our organization. We all work as a team. All right. We work under the mentorship of someone who is experienced so that you don't make mistakes. All right. That is it. Or you are starting the third day category, then you are mentored by a new leader. All right. I'm one of the multi-millionaire mentors and heading for leadership with this organization. And guess what? The truth about it is this. Your best bet, if you take my advice, start in the first day category so that you get to be mentored by the mastermind. That's an advice I will ordinarily give you. All right. So take note of that. For some of my friends, they procrastinated 3 years ago. They saw the opportunity. They said, okay, Dr. I will start. I said, well, I've seen an opportunity. Me, I will start if you will not start. I got started. They said, I will start tomorrow. But tomorrow never came, even till date. 3 years have passed. By the grace of God, today, this same opportunity have made a lot of people millionaires, and they are still there thinking. That's what procrastination does. That is it. So it's a vision. For those who have seen it, congratulations to you. Take note of these categories of mentorship. But for those of you, please take note of this. As I wrap this up, I'm giving this special promo offer. Are you ready for that offer? I'm about to give the special promo offer, but the question is, are you ready? If you are ready, please write on the chat box. Just write, I'm ready. If you are ready, please write, I'm ready on the chat box. Somebody said yes. Say, right, I'm beautiful, beautiful. Now, I promise to give a special promo offer, especially to those that have seen this vision and they are ready to take the bull by its very horn. All right, that is it. So stay in and let me give you this special promo offer to some of you here. All right, I wish I could give it to everybody, but it's not going to be possible. But I will give it to as much person that is, that I can afford. All right. Now this is it for the special promo offer. If you are here, you are starting this business, you decided to start this business with as low as even the lowest amount. Guess what? You can access this special promo offer. But take note, not everybody. All right. What is the special promo offer? To start with, if you are here, you are starting, especially for those that are starting the first day category, guess what? You are getting access. Remember the money you are paying, you are starting this business with 0 naira. The money you are paying to access your product. But the advantage of the special promo offer is this. If you are one of those here that you are starting, all right, you are an instant starter, you are starting in the first day category, meaning you are starting today, congratulations to you. Because apart from the product you are going to get, you are going to get extra product value. Extra product value per pack. For any pack you are starting with, guess what? You get extra product value of about 20,500 naira. What it means is, if you pay 79.90, the product you'll be getting will be running over close to 100,000 naira. As opposed to some persons that might not even get, that will get just what they paid for, but you are getting extra. So congratulations to you. That is because you are what? You are taking the bull by the horn. So this is extra product value for you. Apart from this, take note on the side of the product. Apart from this, if you are here, you are starting, guess what? You also get access to what we call a personalized digital tracking center. This is worth over 300,000 naira. Ordinarily, if you are to go and do it yourself, after try and error and making mistakes, you will spend even over 500,000 naira to get it done. But because of this, guess what? Because of this special promo offer, you are getting it free of charge. This digital tracking center is meant to help you, especially for some of you that might, oh, I'm busy here and there. All right, you can use this as a means to what? To access, to track your business from anywhere, from any part of the world, with your unique username. You can log in with your password. You can always sign in and know whatever it is, whatever income you generate and anything, it's going to be linked to your account, right? That is it. So this is an amazing opportunity for you, worth over 300,000 naira. And apart from that, you also get, as part of the promo offer, please, if you are excited with all these things I'm showing you, if you are excited with the product, the extra product value, and the digital tracking center, please write on the chat box. Let me know you are excited. If you're excited, please let me know you are excited. All right, so that will prompt me to give you more. That is it. Please let me know those that are excited. Just write on the chat box. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ordinarily, these are things you're supposed to spend money to acquire, but you are getting it for free, for no cost. When I mean free, 100% free, without any special terms and conditions, right? In addition to that, you also get what I call world-class mentorship for 6 good months, all right? Possibly by the mastermind, even by global leaders and other top leaders. World-class mentorship for 6 good months. This is an amazing promo offer for you. There are different levels of mentorship, different types of mentorship package you can get. There's a premium, which can cost you about 100,000. There's the elite, which can cost you about 200,000. And there's the inner cycle. What you are getting for this package, for starting instantly, because you are starting today, guess what? You will get the inner cycle. What it means, you get a privilege to eventually, over time, be mentored by the mastermind for 6 good months. Why? So that you can grow your capacity, not just become a millionaire, you can even be helping other people become successful. Not everybody will get access to this, period. That's it. If you are starting, let's say tomorrow, next tomorrow, you want to start, you want to procrastinate, trust me, you might most likely miss this. These are for people that will take full advantage. All right, that is it. And in addition to that, you also enjoy what I call, if you're an instant starter, you are one of those starting in the first day category, you have the opportunity to enjoy an unfair advantage positioning. It is indeed unfair. What do I mean by that? What it means, for example, you are starting today, right? You are starting the first day category. Those starting in category 2 and category 3, who might be procrastinating and starting tomorrow and next tomorrow, guess what? They simply, you can get, if they are within the same structure, within your structure, you can get one or more of them to be placed under you as support. They will be used to support you. Now, it is first come, first serve. That's it. All right. So that's why I would advise everyone, be the first to start so that you are even positioned first. So that anybody coming within your structure, you can have some of them coming under you. What it means, you're already even making money even before we take the next move. All right. That's how amazing it can be. And that is it. So take full advantage of this. It's an unfair advantage positioning. All right. That is it. So just a recap on the 2.0 offer. The first thing I said is over 20,000 plus extra product value in addition to what you pay. Apart from that, you are also getting what? You are also getting access to what? To your tracking center, what over 300,000 naira. You're also getting mentorship, what over 300 naira from the mentors, from the top mentors of the organization, with a total, is a total, apart from the rare and unfair advantage, a total of 620,500 naira worth value of offer, all right, simply because you are starting. That is, if you start in the first day category. Remember, there's an unfair advantage, all right? If you start today, you get the opportunity to be supported. But if you start late, what it simply means you might be the support for other people. So which one do you prefer? Do you want to be supported or do you want to be support for other people? That is it. So these are the amazing offer, a recap on the offer. All this offer are just what? You are not paying anything for it. All you are simply doing is you are simply starting your business, even with whatever package you are starting, whether you are starting with the $79,990 or whether you are starting with any of the packages, as long as we are starting the first day category, you can access this offer. But please take note, not for everybody here. All right, simply maybe I'm just going to select because we are many. I cannot give it to everybody here. We are over 60 or 70 or more. I don't know how many. We are many here. But guess what? I cannot give it to everybody. I can only select maybe the first. I can look at the first 10 persons. All right, who will be taking the bull by the horn to start in the first day category, meaning you are starting today. All right, then you can access this amazing thing. If you start other days, remember, I didn't say you can start other days, but if you start other days, I am not guaranteeing you that you get this offer. All right. So congratulations to those of you that will be grabbing this offer. Please, if you are one of those that would love to grab this offer, just write on the chat box, indicate. If you are one of those, just write on the chat box. But remember, I said it's for 10 persons. All right, it's for 10 persons. If you're one of those that would love to grab it, just indicate on the chat box. All right, that is it. And this is the recap on the package. You have the regular package and you have the elite package. All right, I can see some of you already indicating congratulations to you. Don't worry, I'll guide you on what to do to access it. But I'm only taking 10 persons. I've not displayed the account number yet. All right, whichever one you start with, whether you are starting with 49,990, whether you start with 79,990, as the case may be, you can start. But if you decide to start with the jetpack, guess what? It gives you access to qualify for an all expenses paid vacation whenever we are traveling. All right, you can run for the qualification and you can qualify for it. And guess what? Eventually, you can get opportunities to be mentored by these amazing young men and women. All right, that is it. So I'm about to display the company's account details. Remember, the minimum amount is the $79,990. All right, I'm about to display the company's account details. But just before I display this, let me quickly mention this. For the offer I gave, I will be giving it for the offer I mentioned. It will be for the first 10 persons that will make their payment today. All right, if everybody makes their payment, it is not possible for me to give it to everybody. The organization is going to be giving it to the first 10 persons that will be taking the bull by the horn. And from those 10 persons, I will have some persons among them that I will be personally mentoring through this opportunity, or overseeing their mentorship at least through this opportunity, right? So, but just take note, if you are making a transfer, you can transfer. I will show you, I will display the company's account details shortly. When you make a transfer, please don't transfer with USSD code, *894, *901, this. Don't transfer with that, all right? Don't transfer with USSD or ATM, all this is simply do a mobile transfer so that you can generate a receipt. You need to generate a receipt with your mobile transfer. If you don't have a mobile transfer, what you simply do, anybody can assist you make the transfer on your behalf. The most important thing, ensure a receipt is generated. All right, that is it. Take note, the minimum price is $79,990. All right, you can transfer but generate a receipt. Once I display the company's account number, I will start counting the first 10 persons that will make their payment. I know some of you have indicated, but get ready. I'm sure we are ready. Get ready. Once I display the company's account details, you want to be among the first set of people. All right, once I display the company's account. And when you make your transfer, simply send me your full name and your evidence of payment and your state of location. Send it to me on my private WhatsApp. Please don't post your evidence of payment here on the chat box. Some of you make the mistake of posting don't post your evidence of payment here on the chat box. Simply send it to me privately on my WhatsApp number, which I'll be calling very soon as I display the company's account details. Ladies and gentlemen, we are up for it. Be among the first 10 persons that will grab this opportunity. Here you have the company's account details right on your screen. All right. If you are in Lagos, you can pay using the Lagos account, either the Access or the Zenith Bank. All right. That is displayed on the screen right away. If you are in Abuja or any other place, all right, any other place, you can pay to the Abuja account. All right. Wherever you are, you can pay either to the Abuja account or to the Lagos account. Or wherever you are, whether you are in Lagos, wherever you are, you can pay to the Abuja account. It can be processed and your product will be sent to you. All right, you can receive your product from any of our offices or you can get it, all right, on a way bill. All right, that is it. So take note of this. That is the account details of the company. take a screenshot of it, all right, and go ahead and make your payment. And when you have made your payment, don't post your evidence of payment. Just simply send it to me, all right, on my number 070. I'm calling my personal number 070 5592 4939, and the name is Dr. Umar, UMAR. All right, so take note of that. I repeat, 070 5592 4939. I just posted that on the chat box. If you have made your payment, once you are here, you've made it, take a screenshot of this so that you don't miss the account number. It's better you take a screenshot of it on the go, all right, or you write it down on a pen and paper, and then make your payment on the go. If you've made your payment, all right, it is officially open. The first 10 persons, guess what? Congratulations to you. In fact, if you are the first, just let me know so that we'll start knowing how to position our rare and unfair advantage, the unfair advantage positioning, so that you can take better advantage and make more from your business. If you've made your payment, just indicate here, just write, I have made my payment. Please you don't need to call this line. Send a WhatsApp message once you've made the payment. Send your evidence to me on WhatsApp. Don't post your evidence here, and you don't need to call the number. All right, it's on WhatsApp. All right, I will receive your message. I'm even currently online. Once you make your payment, I will see it. All right, I will see the payment. I mean, you send me the evidence and I will see it. That is it. Someone said your number. Again, please, if you have any concern or question, feel very free to drop it on the chat box if you have any concern. All right, Daddy Baz is asking, somebody's asking, you say, please, your number again. All right, it is 070 5592 4939. That is it. So that is it. So take note of that. 5592 4939. Make your payment right away and send the evidence. Once you make your payment, I advise you even indicate here, right on Zoom. You can indicate right here, I have made my payment. Once you say I've made my transfer, all right, it's even better you indicate here and let me quickly know and position you on time and secure that offer for you so that I know that you already have the advantage. While you order, then you now try to send the evidence. So if you've made your payment, just indicate it, I have made my payment. That is it. If you have any concern, you can drop it on the chat box. I will respond to it to the best of my capacity. Congratulations to every single one of you that have seen this vision. But more congratulations to those of you that will not only be starting, but will be grabbing this offer again. That is it. Because guess what? You're going to get access to top leaders mentoring you, while others will just be starting later at their pace. And guess what? They will still be mentored, but the difference is they might not get, they will definitely not get the advantage those who are starting now will get. An offer worth 620,500 is what you stand to get if you are starting today. All right, who is the first person to make his payment? If you made your payment, just indicate. Please, if you make payment, don't just send me the receipt. Ensure you send it with your name, your full name, and your state of location. All right, so that I can easily identify you and I can secure your offer. I can secure your offer worth over 620,000 naira. Please, if you have any concern or question, feel free to drop it on the chat box. If you've made your payment, just indicate, just say, I have made my payment. All right, that is it. If you are intending a transfer, you can even indicate and let me know so that I can even put you in perspective. Maybe you are trying to make a transfer, you are having difficulty. You can write it on the chat box and let me know so that I will just know the first persons. Remember, the first 10 persons that will be starting today will grab the offer. All right, that is it. Super congratulations, and don't procrastinate. That is my advice for you. Don't procrastinate. That is it. iPhone, I don't know your name. He said, sorry, sir, please, how much is the minimum amount to pay? Good question. I'm going to take it back. The minimum amount is 79,990 naira. All right, let me take a recap of this. All right, it is 79,990 naira. All right, take note, these are the packages. All right, you can start with any one of your choice, and whichever one you start still gets you eligible to benefit from the what? From the offer. Take note of that. You can start with 79,990, or you can start with 3 heads. The more, if you observe it, the more the more the account you have, the more the heads you have, even the lesser the price. 79,990 is for 1 account, but if you are doing 3 accounts, instead of paying 79,990 times 3, you end up paying 129,000. Meaning instead of paying 240,000, you are paying 129,000. All right. Instead of paying over 500,000 or more for 7 accounts, you are paying 259,000. So the more you pay, the more you have and all that. So take note. Somebody might ask, okay, can I pay an upgrade later? Can I start with one and upgrade later? Yes, you can. Take note of that. All right. That is it. So someone said, please, I want to make payment, but I need to call somebody now to do that. Ernestos. All right. Go ahead and do that fast so that you can be among the first set of persons. Anybody can pay on your behalf, but just make sure you don't do USSD, please, as I advise. Ernestos, may I pray that you are the first person to make the payment so that you simply grab that offer and you enjoy the unfair advantage. Trust me, some people might procrastinate, but they will still start. And as they are starting, especially if they are in your structure, guess what, Ernestos? You just bag for yourself an unfair advantage positioning, which means you'll be getting, wow. Ernestos is like someone has overshadowed you, has started before you, but make sure you are still among the 10 persons so that you can grab this. And that's in the person of Bimpe Adams. Adebola said, paid and received sent to you. He said, paid and received sent to you. All right, Bimpe Adams, I just saw it. I can even see, okay, I can see that here. All right, that is it, Bimpe Adams. That's correct. That's very, very correct. I can see your receipt. All right, in fact, I'm going to share my screen. I can see that. All right, congratulations to you, Bimpe Adams. You just bagged for yourself that amazing offer. And not only that, you just bagged for yourself an amazing opportunity to be mentored by the best hand. Congratulations to you. All right, Bimpe Adams, I'm taking your name down. Bimpe Adams, please send me, you only sent the receipt. Bimpe Adams, send me your full name. I can see the receipt here. Send me your full name and your state of location. All right, send me your full name and your state of location. You can also write your reservation code. Your reservation code 381/whatever. All right, but more importantly, your full name and your state of location, so that I can what? Secure your offer for you and start processing your packages immediately. All right. iPhone said, sorry, you have not yet sent the account number. The account number was displayed. All right, let me display it again so that you can see it. The account number is this. It's right on the screen. All right. You can pay to anyone. You can pay to either the Access Bank or the Zenith Bank. If you're in Lagos, pay to the Lagos account. But if you're not in Lagos, you're in Abuja or anywhere you are, you can pay to the Abuja account. All right. Take note. So you can, anywhere you are, whether you are in Kano, Lagos, you are in wherever, you can pay to the Abuja account. You can process it from Abuja and send it to you anywhere. All right. That is what if you're in Lagos, particularly, you can pay to the Lagos account. All right. That is it. So this is the company's account number. I hope you got that. iPhone. I don't know your name, but that's your device name. All right. Make your payment fast if you are making it, because I'm already counting down. That's number one. Bimpe Adams from Lagos. Congratulations to you, Bimpe Adams. I just saw that message now. Bimpe Adams from Lagos. All right. Congratulations to you. You can send me your reservation code too. That number that starts 381/ as the case may be. You can send that to me, Bimpe Adams. All right. Super congratulations. Who is next? Who is the next person? Who is the next person that will be grabbing the opportunity? We are counting down. And trust me, before the end of tonight, we might have, this is not the first time I've been doing this for some time. Guess what? Sometime before the end of tonight, you might see over 30 persons pay. This meeting is also going on to some other places. Once we get the first 10 persons, it means you are already on the other category. So be among the first day category so that you can grab this amazing opportunity. Congratulations to every single one of them. I've seen this vision and you're already getting started. If you paid, just indicate here on the chat box. Bimpe Adam just made a payment, and congratulations to you. Your package is going to be secured. Your offer is going to be well secured because you took the bull by the horn by not procrastinating. Congratulations to Bimpe Adams. All right, iPhone and Nestos, the person paying for you, if he has paid, just notify me. Let me know on time so that I can count you among the people that made the move first. All right, that is it. Like I said, for the first 10 persons, the bracket is wide, but trust me, you have to take advantage and be fast because procrastination steals time. All right, so that is it. So who is next? May I also submit humbly that even after this, because I'm going to be sliding out of this meeting shortly to get into another meeting. We're counting down 10. All right, we have 9 to go. Even after the end of this meeting, you can still make your payment. The window of your payment is open for the first day category, but guess what? Ensure that you're among the first 10%. That's my advice. Because immediately I end this meeting, you might make payment and I might not be so sure. Maybe you are already in the second day category. So make your payment and make it fast. That is my advice. But please don't. Some of you are sending evidence of payment. Please, I'm only counting BP Adam for now. If you made your payment, you send me an evidence. Send me your name. Some of you are making, I saw another payment. Someone just made a payment. Okay, BP Adam, I just saw your reservation code. Okay, it's acknowledged. It's acknowledged. Congratulations. All right, I can see your reservation code. All right, congratulations to you, BP Adams. All right, 381/A. I can see that. All right, beautiful. That is it. Please, for those of you that just made payment, send me just like the way BP Adams did. Your full name, your reservation code. We're already counting down. I've gotten about 2 more persons that made payment. All right, but please, for me to confirm you, write your full name, your reservation code, and your state of location. All right. Congratulations to you that have also made your payment. But give me your full details. All right. Congratulations to you, but give me your full details, your full name and your location. All right. We are counting down. We are counting down, and that is it. And trust me, don't procrastinate. Someone is asking, Ernesto, do you have an office in Port Harcourt? Office is everywhere. Just when you make your payment, all right, we'll direct you to the office. There's offices everywhere, all right? But take note, when you make your payment, we will direct you to the best place to build your business, all right? So understand that. That is it. And Ernesto, if you've made your payment, indicate who is the next person. And if you have any concern or question, please drop it on the chat box, all right? We have offices in all states of the country. All right, another person is asking, okay, he's making the transfer immediately. Yes, do that. And once it is done, let me know so that you are the second person. Abdul Hadi Usman said, what about jobs? I have answered that question already. We have offices all over the country, scattered all over the country. All right. But once you've made your payment is confirmed, we will confirm to you in the best form to build your business. All right. Take note. And trust me, wherever you are, it doesn't matter. You can get your work, your value for money. You can get your product and you will be mentored. And thank God for technology. That's one thing you should know. When it comes to mentorship, I can mentor you even on Zoom. Just the way you're seeing on Zoom, I can show you everything I need to show you. I can show you everything you need to know. All right. You don't have to come to Abuja to meet me. Even while you are in Jos, if I'm mentoring you, I can still mentor you. You don't have to come to Abuja, and I don't have to go to Jos. I can still work with you in your time zone. All right. For some of you, you don't even need to visit the office because you are even busy. All right. That is it. The most important thing is this: we'll work with you according to your capacity and time zone. The most important thing is this, that you become successful. All right. That is it. If you can become successful without even going to the office, why not? That is it. So take note. That is it. Take note of that. I hope that answers that concern. And Estos, I hope you'll be the second. You were supposed to be the first person, but so unfortunate. What's the name? Bimpe Adams. You know, she moved faster and she became the first. All right. I hope you are the second, or Abdul Hadi Usman, whoever. Once you made your payment, just be fast to indicate and let me know you've made your payment so that I can simply, you know, book you for the offer, so that I can simply secure the offer for you. All right. That is it. If you've made your payment, but we're counting down in the next about 3 minutes or less, I'll be ending this meeting. In about 3 minutes or less, I'll be ending this meeting. All right. But take note, even after the end of the meeting, if you are making your payment, still make it. The bracket is open for the first day category. As long as you started today, you made your payment today, you are still eligible to get the offer, especially if you are within the first 10 persons. That is it. So I hope Abdul Hadi, Usman, and Estos will be the second and the third person, in addition to others that will be making their payment. We've come to the end of this. We're winding down. In the next 2 minutes, I'll be ending this meeting. All right. In the next 2 minutes, I'll be ending this. I'm only here in the next 2 minutes so I can take any other concern. All right. Don't forget, the number is 070-5592-4939. I also posted it in the chat box. All right. 070-5592-4939. That is it. All right. So we're counting down in about a minute. We'll be running up and I'll be ending this meeting. If you have any concern, feel very free to ask. Like they said, a closed mouth can be a closed destiny. You might have a concern or you have a question and you might just keep silent and I wouldn't know. All right. And probably it might just be a little hitch that is supposed to be overcome. But because of your silence, justice was not done. All right. That is it. If you've made your payment, just simply say, I have made my payment or I have made my transfer. All right. We already have about 2 persons. All right. But we are counting down. Maybe Ernesto's. All right. Bob Lawrence said, put your phone number again. All right, Bob, that's so easy for me. It's just 070-5592-4939. Bob Lawrence, look at the chat box. You will see the phone number 070-5592-4939. Please, you don't have to call the number. For those of you trying to call, please don't call. You don't need to call. Just send me the message. All right. I'm in a meeting. So that once I'm done with the meeting, I will go through all the message and I will respond as appropriate. Okay. That is it. So do that. All right. Paul is saying, thanks for your fluency and enthusiastic lecture. Although that's a direct message to me. Thanks for your fluency and enthusiastic lecture. All right, Paul, I appreciate you. It's a good one. I appreciate your compliment. But trust me, it is not just enough to pass through an enthusiastic lecture. What is important is that you become a connector and take advantage of this, because you can enjoy an enthusiastic lecture, but someone might not find it enthusiastic, but because he took the bull by the horn, guess what? He will become successful and become a millionaire. But you only enjoy the enthusiastic lecture. What is the benefit of an enthusiastic lecture without taking the bull by the horn? All right. So become a connector, make your payment, and let's get you started. And I hope that you're going to be seeing me more, Paul, if you make your payment, because why? You're taking the bull by the horn to start in the first day category. All right. So that you can enjoy more enthusiastic lectures from me. If you really want that, you will make your payment on the go. All right. Is there any other concern before I end this meeting? I think that's going to be the last one I'm going to be taking. All right. I appreciate. So congratulations, super congratulations to every single one of you that have made your payment. All right. And even more of you that will be making your payment even after the end of this meeting to be in the first day category. Oh, wow. Paul said, I'm already a connector in Lagos. Congratulations to you, Paul. I'm proud of you. All right. That's beautiful. I'm proud of you, Paul, and stay in and keep growing. All right. Stay in, adhere to the teachings of your mentor. All right, and keep growing in this business. Congratulations to you, Paul. You're already a connector. Though that was a direct message to me. All right, I appreciate that, Paul. It's on a direct message, not on the general chat. All right, that's okay, Paul. All right, that's appreciated. All right, so super congratulations to every single one of you that have taken the bull by the horn to start this and have seen this vision. All right, congratulations, a big congratulations to you, and more congratulations to those of you that have started already. All right. Charles Nogu said, okay, please let me know if you made your payment so that I can acknowledge it and secure the offer for you. And a big congratulations to every single one of you on behalf of the entire leadership of C21FG, on behalf of the prime movers of our major projects, on behalf of the global leaders and the masterminds. I say, have an amazing night rest, and I hope to see every single one of you at the top. Keep the payments coming. Once it is 10, guess what? The window is closed. Ensure that you get in before the window is closed for this amazing offer. It doesn't mean you cannot start the business. You can still start later, but why won't you start and grab this opportunity when you have this privilege right before you? All right. So congratulations to every single one of you, and God bless you all, and have an amazing night rest. God bless you all. God bless you all, and God bless you all.